Welcome to the third lesson of SmartKnitter, Knit Specification Level 1. Today, we are going to write a knit spec for a 5-gauge V-neck sleeveless vest with a curved armhole and no shoulder seam. Arm side depth and shoulder width are measured from edge to edge. Let's start with filling in basic information of the order. Input yarn information in the Yarns tab. We will be using 3 different yarns for this order. Let's move on to yarn combinations. The sweep and collarband uses 2 strands of yarn 1. Rename the index for plaited yarn to A1. Input strands used for main yarn, and set yarn 3 nylon as plaited yarn. The third yarn combo is a combination of yarn 1 and yarn 2. We could set different colors for the yarn combo for easier identification. Input measurements in Size Spec tab. Fill in information in General Info tab. Select Template for our knit spec. Let's save our progress. As this style is sleeveless, we could hide the sleeve panel at View and uncheck Show Sleeve. Let's start editing the knit spec of the back panel by checking chest width. Delete the intersection point for the sleeve end, as this knit special is sleeveless. Add horizontal formula for shoulder width. Use measurement at relevant positions. Check neck width and back neck bottom width. Make necessary changes. Add adjustments and formula for body length, arm side depth, and armhole fashioning mark height. Cancel all irrelevant adjustments and move on to knitting rules. Let's start with back panel sweep. Fill in the number of revolution and yarn for plaiting. Make sure to check Allow 0.5 revolution. Check Allow 0.5 revolution for this segment as well. And knit odd number of courses to make sure the yarn carrier goes back to the original position. Input the number of stitches and select position for narrowing. For interlock gating setup, we recommend doing narrowing at the last course of sweep. For rib gating setup, we recommend doing narrowing at the first course of body to prevent transferring multiple loops at the same time. Continue to edit the knitting rules accordingly, as demonstrated in previous lessons. Repeat the above steps for front panel. Save the progress, and move on to Collarband. As the number of stitches for the collared band is close to the number of needle of the machine, we recommend splitting it into 2 panels. Check Divide Neck Trim into 2 in General Info tab. Right-click in blank area and select Add Trim, No Sweep. Right-click on the new trim created and select Rename panel to rename collared band. Now we have 2 collar bands. Edit the General Info tab accordingly. Right-click on the short collar band's top line segment and select Add Trim Link Segment. Click on the line segments on front and back panel in the order where it needs to be linked. Set the measurements of the short collar band. Right-click on the long collar band's top line segment and select Edit Trim Link Segment. Check the segments selected and choose the appropriate linking markers. The seam line for this order's collar band is shifted towards the back panel by 4 stitches. Input the adjustments accordingly. Make adjustment for the short collar band as well. Let's move on to the knitting rules for the collar band. Edit the knitting rules accordingly. Check long collar band, short collar band, same setup. Edit short collarband's knitting rules. Tidy up the canvas and save the progress. Last but not least, add armhole trim panel. Edit its setup in General Info tab. Right-click on its top line segment and select Add Trim Link Segment. Select line segments of front-back panel in their linking order, and select appropriate linking markers. Edit the measurements of the armhole trim. Edit its knitting rules accordingly. This marks the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching.